Let me show you guys how to do tiles, porcelain tiles on a concrete base in a few steps. Let's make our uh, mortar mix. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna show you how I'm doing. It's 4 to 1. It's very easy. So let me show you how to do it. Okay guys, so first let's put some water. So how much water? How much water how much water you're putting in? It all depends how wet is your sand. My sand is pretty wet, so don't put too much water. It's just you can add, or you can always add up a little bit later on. When the water is in a little bit, I'm putting a little bit of that. Okay, we've got a little bit of that, and now it's time for sand. So how I'm using 4 buckets of sand and 4 of cement. When I turn on that, you might not hear it, so I'm only going to show you how I'm doing. So when I'm going to show you up here, as you can see up here, that's 1 bucket of cement, which is half a bag of the cement, and then I'm gonna use 4 buckets of sand. The sand I've got is very wet, so don't put too much water first. So 1 bucket. Two. Now I'm putting my cement. And now I can see already it's not enough water, so I'm gonna add up a little bit of water. Okay. So I'll give it that a few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to mix up, and in the meantime I'm gonna prepare another 2 bags of sand. Okay. Let me show you how that looked like so far. There you go. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put a little bit more water and another 2 buckets of sand. Okay. Bucket number 1. Okay. And bucket number, this is actually number 4 already. And now we need to mix that up. So if you look on this now, for my taste, it definitely needs some water. But in this stage, be careful, don't put too much water. Give it a little bit of like few minutes to mix it up, and then add up a little bit at time. So you're not gonna, if you're gonna put too much, it's not good. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water. You see only a tiny bit, and it's changing everything. Put a little bit, tiny bit. Okay, so the cement mix is almost ready. And now is the time to prepare our slurry. I'm not gonna be doing too much because it's gonna be raining probably in a minute. So I'm gonna show you, I'm put a tiny bit and I'll show you how I'm doing this. So on the previous video you can see what I'm using. It's that stuff. I've got already a little bit here. As I said, I don't want to put too much because it's probably gonna be raining soon. And I'm just basically putting cement in it. Don't put too much. Putting a tiny bit. It's almost like I'm making a cake. And this is how you're making your slurry. It's very easy. Let's have a look how the mix is, if it's mixed ready. I think it's looking pretty good. So next step is to clean up the surface and put the slurry on the concrete base. Let's do it. Now it's time for slurry. now it's time for put some slurry on the back of your tiles, but make sure first you check the tiles on the other side. There is no cracked or chips or anything on the other side first. And also make sure you're gonna clean up everything, all the excess, because this is bloody very hard to clean up later on. So I create something like this to help me out. A lot of people saying this is only if you are a knob, then you can use it, but I think it's very handy, so I recommend to use it. I just 20 millimeters is a tile. I cut off 15 millimeters from that, and it's just very helpful. You can see it's a little bit too much up here, but I need a lot more over there, so I need to put some more stuff. Yeah. Okay.
And now it's time to make this level using your rubber mallet, and also remember about the drop from the building to the garden. And this is also controversial because a lot of people saying the drop down must be massive. What I did, I decided to go 1 centimeters on every meter, which is in my case is 3 meters. So it's 3 centimeters drop down, and I think this should be enough to make sure the waters flow down. If I could give you a few advice with my small experience, what I would say, definitely when you're doing your mix, your sand and cement mix, don't put too much water because it's not very good when the consistency of the sand and cement mix is like very like moody. So the tiles is just moving too much if you put too much water. So that's the first thing, and also remember to clean up every tile you're gonna finish. You're gonna lay down. Make sure it's cleaned up, especially that slurry. I noticed this even when you touch the tile with that slurry, and straight away it's so hard to clean up. So remember to do this straight away. What also I could do differently, uh, if you decide to put your concrete base like I did, maybe it would be better to design the concrete base so when you already got the drop down, and then you could just basically use the normal adhesive tiles adhesive instead of putting the mix, sand and cement mix. Maybe that will make the job a lot easier and less work. Not sure. Obviously, it's too late for me. Hopefully, this the whole tiles when they're not gonna pop out at some point, but we will see in the long run. If something's go wrong, I'm sure I'm gonna let you know. What also is good to have that tool made from the piece of wood is because when you put too much uh, concrete mix underneath your tile, you're gonna be just hammering forever, and also all the excess will start coming off between tiles, and it's absolutely mess. So I really don't recommend to do that. So it's just a lot easier. It's just help you out. That's why I think it's worth it to make that. I think some company is selling this. I think it's called Easy Screed or something like this. But also, if you're just doing one project like your own garden, I don't think you don't have to spend that money. You can just make from piece of wood like I did. And I think the final advice what I could give you uh, in this stage, I think the most important thing is just enjoy doing all this, even if sometimes it's hard, because this is the whole point of doing that, your own project. So no rush, even if you put 2 tiles a day, it doesn't really matter. as long as you're happy, you're spending nice time with, I don't know, your missus, your family, or your kids, I think is definitely worth it. And I think that's it. This is gonna be it in this video. It's supposed to be a short video, but it's gonna be pretty long. But hopefully this will help you, of help someone to decide to do the same project like I did. And also you can see this is not like, it's not a rocket science really. If you take your time, I think anyone could do it. So, and also, what you guys thinks? How does it look like so far? Do you guys like it? Just obviously, just let me know in the description. If you got some question, also just leave the comments. Maybe I'll be able to help you. And what do you think, guys? How much so far this could cost, and how much I will have to pay the company to basically do all this from the beginning? Let me know. What's your opinion? How much that will cost everything if I would like to take the company to do it all for me? But for now, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Cheers.